Hello, hello, hello. Greetings to everyone here on YouTube and on Instagram. Today is Monday. It's February 10th, 2025. And I'm here to bring you some wonderful, wonderful information via astrology, via my ancestors and my guides, via all those that surround me, my little spiritual team that helps me to do this work for you every Monday. Yep, I come on here every Monday at 12 o'clock. It's been a nice reoccurring theme, and I'm excited about it. I'm really, really excited about it. We go live here on Instagram and on YouTube. So tell a friend or two or three or five, okay? And if you like to come on over to YouTube where you can comment and absolutely create some connections with people at Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page, okay? And when you're on YouTube, please give me a nice little likes or something, subscribe to the channel, make that algorithm go crazy and point it back to the message that's coming through us. Because it's not just me. It's definitely God and all of my ancestors and guides and all of yours helping to assist the information. We doing this together. So invite a folk over. Come on over to YouTube if you can, Sonja Marie's Word Life Astrology page. And I appreciate you being here. I want to wave hello to all the folks that are here. What's up, Mima, today? My mother is in the space to be. Love you. And hello to everybody else that's coming in. I'm so sorry. I cannot read your names because they're all kind of bunched up right now. Raymond is here on YouTube. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you. Please hit that like button on the way in or the way out. Ramon, I appreciate you, honey. I want to give y'all a few announcements as we sage the area and get clear about what it is that we're going to talk about today. First and foremost, and these are some repeat announcements. So if you've heard these before, go and get yourself something to drink, pull up a chair, get comfortable or whatever. Sending you love too, Miss Pat. And let's get down on it because we got some things to talk about. This week can prove, let me tell you, I should have entitled this, but I guess Spirit's just giving it to me now. It just feels like it's gonna be one of those weeks where the boat is shifting. I don't know if you like sailing. I don't know if you like getting on a boat, but the boat is shifting and you got to hold on. Is it good or bad? It's neither. And I will encourage you, please, and very please, to stay away from those definite declarations, right? Good and bad, right and wrong, black and white, all of these separate and separating terminologies, okay? So it's not good or bad. Let's not go into that or this with that thought, all right? But I'm going to give y'all more details as more people come on in and as I give off these announcements. What's up, Malika? Good to see you, Miss Irene. What's going on? One of my favorite Leos. Naisia Pearson is here. Peace and blessings to you, beautiful lady. I appreciate you here. So again, let me throw you a little couple of announcements. I'm doing a February reading special. It's almost about $100 off. So if you've been thinking about getting a reading, it's only for the month of February. And I will tell you this much, just a little intel. By the end of the month, it's going to get a little gnarly per my next announcements, which I've been announcing. And I'm going to get really, really busy. So I'm just saying this just for your own edification. If you want to get down on this reading, try to please schedule it to this week or next week. Because that last week, when your girl gets back on stage, it's going to be an interesting ride. And I'd love to give my full attention to you. However, if you ended up scheduling it, then I'm still going to give you my attention, but know that it's going to be a lot more going on. Hold on while this Leo rising, Leo moon fix her afro real quick. You know, vanity can be real sometimes. Okay. So that first announcement, again, the link is in my Linktree link situation in my bio here on Instagram, where you can get that discounted read. Come on, I want to get that thing. I'm calling it the Eternal Love reading discount for February. Okay, again, it's about $100 off. So go on and schedule that thing. But also, I love to tell you too, on February 26th, right? Your girl is going to be back on stage with a couple of brilliant, talented, gifted musicians at the Del Monte Speakeasy in Venice on February 26th at 8 p.m. A little bit of intel of that. Dejah Gomez is opening up for a sister, and I'm so excited that she is. Yo, y'all need to come on through and catch us both. Yeah, it's a work night, it's a school night, but I promise to get you in bed as soon as I can for sure. And it will be worth your $12. It's only $12 just to come on out for a good 2 hours and do something different. Do something different and meet some cool ass people. When I tell you I'm making these announcements so people can come on in. What's up, Rashida? Oh, my Cancer sister. You've been doing the thing, girl. I'm so proud of you. Listen, as I say these announcements and allow people to come on through, I'm really, really having a good time, like getting to this artist of me again. And I want to share all of this with you. And I know that I am the type of person that just because of who I am, call it what you want, but I'm patting myself on the back. I attract some really cool ass people because I think I'm a cool ass mug. Like, I'm real cool. So come on Wednesday just to meet some cool people. If you don't want to hear no music, because there'll be some cool people up in the place. Again, that's February 26th at 8 p.m. Your girl will be performing with my band, and then Dejah Gomez is opening up around about 8 o'clock. Come on through if you in the LA area. I'd appreciate that, okay? Also, this Wednesday, I got a lot of announcements. This Wednesday, I'm doing a live with Rakita Benita. I affectionately call her. She is the CEO of Under the Holistree. She has helped me in the last couple of years with my retreats, but she also has some awesome retreats that she's doing because I'm backing down off of Wordlife Astrology retreats. I'm coupling up with her on a few retreats. So we're going to talk about it on Wednesday on our live at 3 p.m. Pacific time here on Instagram. Okay. I would love for you to just catch a wind of what we're doing. She's doing 4 really quick weekend retreats, and then she's doing an awesome retreat to Antigua, Barbuda. I may have said that all the way wrong, but it's going to be the bomb because I love Rakita's Taurus ass. She's just patient. She's lovable. She's giving. And honestly, she's like the sister of my soul. Like, I really, really love Rakita. So I trust her. And if you trust me, you'll trust her to go on any one of these retreats that we're going to announce on Wednesday. Okay. So please hit up us and hit Rakita up on Under the Holistree if you want some more information. All right, I think that's enough. Announcements. Y'all want to talk some things? What's up, Angel? How you doing? Another angel, sweet sister soul of mine. How you doing, April? Folks are coming on in. Please let folks know that we are here and we are about to get it started. Angelique is in the place to be. What happened? Did you go to St. John's University since kindergarten? No? Okay. Anyway. All right, we're going to keep it going because I feel like we need to talk about this week. And I really want y'all to do yourselves a favor. If you feel this week that you're kind of getting out of sorts just a little bit, you don't necessarily know what's going down, clowns, with your thinking, with your choices, with your decision making, how everything just a little bit haphazard in some type of way, please find yourself back to this recording, or at the very least, look up Uranus. Not Uranus or Uranus, but Uranus is really showing out this week. And it's going to make some of us, especially the fixed signs, that's Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus, especially those energies, just a little bit out of sort, just a little bit. And I'm going to explain to you why as I do my best to get comfortable for y'all in this moment in time. All right? Y'all ready? Today, like I said, is February 10th, 2025, and the moon is in Leo. Yes. The moon is in Leo. You got to love it when the moon is in Leo, because that moon in Leo, and if you don't know, let me preface this week with this. The reason why I come on here and give weekly rundowns only is because this is the transit information and transit chart in astrology are the positions, the placements of the asteroids and the planets at real time, at the time that we are transiting, that we are moving, that we are evolving, okay? So we talk about the transiting charts of each week because this is the energy that's plowing down on the planet, whether you like it or not. And the thing about knowing this is that how are you going to work with it? How are you going to combat it? Based on your own personality, you can react totally different than your sister, the next person. Hi, Portia, and thank you. Much love to you, sweetie. You can react so much different than the person that's sitting next to you. So in my opinion, this is all about being informed. This is not prediction because you get to change your reactions. There's no such things as predictions because you co-create this life. You get that? These are for some of the people that think I'm on here trying to be God or trying to make astrology the end all to be all. No, ma'am, no, sir. You get to control that. This is just information. Okay, so with the moon being in the moon being feelings, expressions, reactions, our relationships with women, also our relationship with our mom. It's all that, right? It's in Leo right now. So maybe we're responding to our mothers and to women in a Leotine type of way, which again, like I explained, there's no good or bad. There's both. There's a yin yang when it comes to existence, period. So when we're talking about astrology, there's good parts of Leo and there's not so good parts of Leos. There's the things in Leo energy and all signs that we need to celebrate. And then there's some things that, Leo is trying to evolve into. The thing that we can celebrate for sure when the moon is in Leo. And the reason why I'm going hard on this is because there's a full moon in Leo coming up soon. So remember this information as I speak, because I may not give you all of this when we get to Wednesday, okay? Or is that Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday. All right. So the bottom line is there's some really good things about Leo energy. Oh, the pride, the courage, the willfulness. Ooh, I love being a Leo rise and Leo moon and Leo Venus just for that. When I say I'm going to do something, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it's going to happen. It's the will. And we all get to feel that when the moon is in Leo. How you rock it is on you. But that moon in Leo brings good courage, good will, good fearlessness, heart, big heart, right? Generosity. So you may be feeling these things, right? Leo also has a way of expecting some things. Leo energy also is very stubborn and convicted in its own placements and what it wants to do and how it wants to do it, and can become a brat because of it. Why I just called myself out. And it's true for me. I'm just gonna say. By the way, if you want to leave a message where I can read it, put some exclamation points, a lot of them, so I can see it. If you want to ask a question, put a whole bunch of question marks so I can see it, okay? Because a girl is a little challenged when it comes to reading this far away. I love Leo energy like that. So are you feeling some of that on you right now? Any or all of it? It's a lot more. Leo energy also loves the kids. Leo energy loves the kids. And not in a way which is Cancer. Squirrel, I'm about to teach y'all something. Cancer energy is absolutely loved by the children, but from a different way. Cancer energy is loved by the children because of the mother and the mothering and the nourishing that Cancer energy gives to children. All right, just teaching y'all real quick. I hope this is helpful. Leo energy vibrates with children because Leo energy is a big kid. And there's a similarity to children and Leo goofiness, which is celebrated by all ages. People love that goofiness, that performer, that characterization in Leo energy that says, yes, let's just play, let's be playful. You understand? So know that these things will come up for you as the moon is in Leo. Here's something really tricky about today, and it starts while the moon is in Leo for 3 days out of this 5, 6 days that we're going to talk about, 7 really, but it's going to linger all week is the point. That Leo energy is going to linger all week. I don't want to lose you, but I want to introduce something to you. As we rock in this Leo energy, stay with me. Leo, new moon, good God, full moon in Leo is going to go up against Uranus almost all week. Why? Because Uranus is in Taurus. So this, and when I say up against, I mean square. And we're going to start to talk about. So I want you to, if you are an astrology student, excuse me for burping, y'all. If you are an astrology student or you just want to lean into knowing a little bit more, pay attention to how many times Uranus is brought up this week. Okay. And then keep in your mind, the back of your mind, that the moon being full, swelling in its emotions, wants to fight Uranus almost all week. That's why I say it may be a little bit like the boat shifting back and forth. I'm going to tell you why specifically in a minute, but I'm setting y'all up. Because a lot of information may come at you, but I don't want to lose you. I love teaching, y'all. But I also teach sometimes like I think everybody knows it because I've said it 16 million times. And I'm like, wasn't you on here 16 million of those times? I'm like, no, Sonja, actually, I don't know you. So forgive me if I go over your head with anything, and I'm always open for questions. Here we go. Today, speaking of Uranus, this is the first aspect. Again, for those that like to take notes, is the village in the place? The village up in the place here. What you doing? What you doing? Listen, today, Mercury is in the sign of Aquarius. Y'all knew that, right, though? Y'all knew that. Mercury is in Aquarius. That got all of us thinking fast. Thinking like we know, thinking like we're informed, thinking like we're a little bit arrogant for knowing a thing, you know? Mercury in Aquarius, for everybody on the planet, can have our brains like snapping into genius mode. But that genius mode is squaring 90 degrees in the sky, challenging Uranus today. This is the first of a few. I want y'all to pay attention. Indecision can stem from the fact that you think you know it all, but quietly realize you don't know shit. Or are you fighting the need to change your thinking or your speech, how you convey a thing? That's 2 messages. And there could be plenty of messages in regards to Mercury squaring Uranus. But that's 2 examples that I want to give you because Spirit gave that to me, which means it's probably what most of you need to hear, including myself. Number 1, that indecision. Because Mercury is about making a decision, because Mercury in Aquarius is about being prideful of making this decision because Aquarius thinks it's decisive, right? But the indecision comes from the fact that it's squaring up against Uranus, which is about change, which is about the innovation of things, which is about the rebellious nature of things, which is about the weather, which is about electricity. And you can use that metaphorically or actually. You know, y'all smart. Y'all take this information and parlay it into your life the way it fits, okay? And how it resonates. So here you have this active brain, Mercury, fighting up against change. Uranus is Aquarius's planet. So Uranus wants to change in a whole other way in which it's been trying to change in Taurus for the last 2.5, almost 3 years, methodically, easily, bringing us into the new era, to the new time. But here we have Mercury going, I know what I'm doing in Aquarius. I know who I am. I know. I don't need to change. I don't need to be a weirdo. I don't need to be who you are. I don't need to be with the group. I don't need to be by myself. I don't need. The other thing about Mercury coming in Aquarius, affecting us all and going up against Uranus, is that Mercury in Aquarius will always do something different just because. It don't have to be no real reason. Check yourself today. Check yourself today. Why are you indecisive? Why are you going against something within your own head that you know is right to do, but you're going up against it just so you can appear to be a rebel, just so you can appear to be different than everybody else? Here's the thing. You don't have to prove that you're different. You already different. You don't have to prove to nobody that you got the secret juice. You walking in the room is the secret juice. Are y'all with me today? I see some 100s going up on Instagram. I appreciate that because I need reactions just to let me know that y'all alive out there and y'all hear what's going down. But that's a big one in my opinion. And when you have planets squaring up against each other, not just the moon, because like I said last week, the moon is fleeting, although the moon is important. It's fleeting. It changes real quick, right? But Mercury is like, this is how I think. This is what's going down. This is how I'm planning the thing. Right? And Uranus is like, well, hold on. We're switching. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Is this going along with the plan? Is it a plan? Do you know what the plan is? I've been working hard to get a plan together. Oh, what you're saying is not a plan. I just weirded myself out just then. Like all the thoughts. Are you sure, Sonja? This is what you want to do? I don't know what you want to do. Do you want to go to the store? I don't want to go to the store. But I should stay here. It looks like it's going to rain. But the weather girl said it was going to rain on Wednesday. Today is Monday. Are y'all with me? Or y'all want me to keep going on in my little Act 1 play here I got going on called Uranus is Bugging? Listen to that, okay? At the same time and simultaneously, again, ask questions if I threw any of y'all off. I'm here until I'm not. The moon today is also going to trine Venus. Now, again, the moon is about reactions. The moon is important because a lot of times it's about how we reflect, and react. And y'all know, all you got to do is react in 1.2 seconds and you get 25 to life. React in 1.2 seconds and 1.2 seconds and you find the love of your life. React. That's why the moon is important. So when the moon today in Leo is reacting favorably, which is called a trine, 120 degrees from Venus, oh, that feels good because Venus is about love. Venus is about passion. Venus is about value and worth and beauty and money, right? Venus is about, I like to say the propulsion. Venus is like the real will. When it comes to our chart, Mars does the thing. Mars gets up and says, all right, stop your sniveling, let's just talk. But it has to start from somewhere. And Venus holds one of the start buttons because Venus is the propulsion. So if the moon is sitting right and nice with the propulsion, it's saying it's time to express yourself. It's time to say the things that's on your heart and soul. Are y'all getting this? And because Venus is in Aries, because the moon is in Leo, whatever we want to express today could possibly be fierce. It could possibly be of fire. You see where I'm going for some of the astrology students? It can possibly be something that we need to not only build on, but to initiate. And it could come to love, initiating love, seeing that cutie in Rainbow Acres or Whole Foods and going, gosh darn it, he or she is so fine. I'm just going to do it. Hi, how you doing? Even if you look goofy doing it. Why? Because you got to initiate. React. That moon says go. Be courageous when it comes to love in Venus Aries style. On some initiating, I'm going to do it anyway because I'm bold, because I'm an Aries and I'm going to knock it out the park. And even if they don't like us, we at least going to step to them and and smile. The goofy smile. You know, you never know. It could initiate some love you didn't know that you needed, you dig? Or react the moon in a favorable way about your money, about your coins. Venus is money. Do you need to get at somebody? And here's the catch though. It is in fire. It's in Leo and Aries. So if you asking somebody for money, don't make enemies, y'all. There's a nice way to say everything. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people say, well, I'm just truthful. They can't hold my truth. A lot of people, I'm just, they can't understand it. They can't handle the truth. Yeah, people can handle the truth, most of the time, but especially if you consider their heart and their soul and how you talk to a person. And your truth is not always their truth. So come into it like a conversation. Remember, again, with this moon trine and Venus, it's about gentle propulsion of what it is that you need and what you want to express today. Even if though your head may be a little cloudy, lead from the heart is what that's saying. Sometimes our head is not in a thing. Ooh, right, spirit? Squirrel. How many times have our head not been in a thing? That's a real question. Where we just jump, just to jump. It says, my little note says, when all else fails and reality ain't matching with results, stay passionate. It's the magnetizer. Stay passionate. It's what makes us jump. Stay passionate. Sometimes our head don't have, excuse me, y'all. Sometimes our head doesn't have all the answers, but that's okay. Because here's the thing. I'm going to say it. Sometimes being smart can be overrated. Can we talk about that? I don't know how long this thing is going to be today. Sometimes being smart can be over freaking rated. Sometimes having all the information can be overrated. Sometimes this internet and being well-versed on every single thing for you to study can be overrated, because at the end of the day, when you get inundated with the things that you're supposed to do, in quotes, for those who are not looking at me, in quotes, supposed to do, all the things you line up, you still don't have heart and soul to jump, motherfucker. I'm just saying. And I say motherfucker lovingly. I hope y'all know that. It's terms of endearment for me, right? You still don't have the heart and soul to jump. So don't get caught up in your head today. We still on Monday. Don't get caught up in your head today about what you should and should not do. But your heart is saying, bitch, do this thing. It feels good. Kiss the stranger in aisle 13. That would be Sonja, because I'm a weirdo like that. At least I'll go behind them and want to sniff them a little bit. And be like, ma'am, security. I'm just saying. All right, let me get off to Tuesday before I start with more jokes and more jokes. Tuesday is interesting. What planet did I tell y'all to listen out for? I'm going to talk about something else and take a sip of water until y'all answer me. What planet did I ask y'all to listen out for this week's rundown? Right, Royal? Let me kiss the stranger in aisle 13. Thank you, Malika. Uranus. Thank you, Miss Irene. Uranus, Royal, Uranus, Christy. Let's go. Y'all want to come over to YouTube? Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page. Come on over. That's right. Portia got it. Uranus, girl. That's right. Now you see it, Christy. Let's go. Why? Because on Tuesday, Uranus is being affected today. Again, right? The sun will square Uranus. But before we talk about that, again, this the shaky little boat that's happening. Thank you, April. Thank you, Miss Pat. The shaky little boat that's happening. When we wake up tomorrow, the first aspect that's going to hit us is a favorable one. And what you might say, Sonja, I have no idea what you was talking about, because when I woke up on Tuesday morning, I felt great. And I'm sure a lot of you will, right? Because that moon will sextile who? The big dog, Jupiter. The moon wants to sextile Jupiter tomorrow. So let's get it. Why? Because the moon is in Leo and Jupiter is in Gemini. And remember, Gemini and Leo love each other. It's a sextile. Opportunities, evolution, spiritual conquest, and optimism surrounds you and gives you courage. It gives you courage. Feel that courage tomorrow morning when you wake up. Feel like the big dog in the room. Feel like the big lion in the room. Like, I could do this thing. They don't know my name. They don't know how many broken hearts I had. They don't know how many doors were slammed in my face. I'm good for this. They can slam another door. I'm going to find another way. There may be a pump up. There may be some kind of push, some type of knowingness within your soul that God is going to save you. And we should, in my opinion, should is the operative word, but always feel that, y'all. But especially when the moon feeling, right? That's the moon. It's sitting right nice with optimistic Jupiter. Oh yeah, we wake up doing a jig. But then all of a sudden, here comes the sun squaring Uranus, trying to get you all caught up in the game, cuz meaning your brain, the switch ups happening, Uranus's change. The sun is in Aquarius going against Uranus's change. So there'll be some ego because the sun deals with ego. There'll be some ego that says, I feel good about who I am. I don't need to change a thing. You see how that happens? I love Aquarius for a whole lot of reasons, and I'm sure I've listed them somewhere in one of these videos, right? The friend aspect, the weirdo aspect, really great energy. But Aquarius energy, which Uranus is the ruler to, Uranus rules Aquarius, and the sun is in Aquarius. Aquarius energy is arrogant as fuck, y'all. And when I say arrogant, it's almost mean arrogant. Like, I'm so cool, I'm so dope, I'm so knowledgeable, I'm so intelligent, I don't need to do nothing. Everybody kick rocks. Rick James, Bobby Brown. How many arrogant Aquarius do you know? Oprah Winfrey, even though she comes off as a nice lady and she's helped a few people, she's arrogant too. There's an arrogance that comes with that energy tomorrow that will say, I know you feel lucky with that moon hitting up against Jupiter. I know you want all these opportunities and you feel good about waking up. But then the sun hits Uranus and says, and that's what I'm going to stick to. I don't have to change for nobody. You know, it just came in my mind real quick. An older person, an elder saying, I don't need nobody. I don't need no doctor. All I need is my herbs. And low key, I swear to God, I feel like that sometimes. Oh, just take a couple of garlic bulbs and you'll be okay. That's going to be me at 80, y'all. Don't bring me to the hospital. Just give me my garlic. Give me my garlic and my olive oil and my goddamn oregano oil. Just let me smoke some weed. I'll be fine. My heart will be better for it in the morning. But Ma, you need a triple, quadruple bypass. Oh, I'll be okay. Just give me my garlic. That's that kind of arrogance. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You don't have to be an elder to know that, huh? But that's the kind of arrogance that wants to plague us tomorrow because we feel so good that the garlic helped us out on a number of occasions. But grandma, you might have to switch up. But grandma, you might have to go to the hospital just to get a diagnosis, just to make sure you ain't bleeding inside. But grandma, you may have to listen to somebody else for a second, at the very least, get a different perspective. With that sun squaring up against Uranus tomorrow. I'm saying it in a very light and airy way as much as I can because I do like to entertain, but that's a serious situation, y'all. We ain't even get to Wednesday and already Uranus is shaking us up because Uranus is about to shake up. It's erratic. This can also look like people changing schedules on you. People promising you for months. Oh, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be there. I got bells on. I bought 5 tickets. Blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, crickets. Ain't nobody nowhere near to be found. Because Uranus switches up shit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go over here. I don't care about their feelings. I'm going to do what I need to do for myself. Watch Uranus switch up on a dime this week. All I'm saying is don't turn into the brat. Don't allow it to get into your feelings because here we go on Wednesday when that moon in Leo becomes full. And if y'all don't know nothing about full moons, you know that your mother used to say, and shit, Houdini told you the freaks come out at night. When that full moon come out, and your mother used to say, don't go outside, it's a full moon. Your grandmother used to say, girl, you better sit outside and pray. It's a full moon. Why? Because emotions are going because a full moon is an accumulation, culmination of feeling of emotions that we can't handle so much. So what happens is a lot of us, we can't control our emotions and it busts a gasket. And when it busts a gasket in certain signs, it's a little like boop. And then some signs are like boom. I swear I make myself laugh, y'all. If y'all wasn't here to watch me and, and bear witness to me, I'll be writing this for myself and cracking up in my own head. Trust me when I tell you. So when the full moon is in Leo, it's a boom, ladies and gentlemen. It's a boom. Why? Because Leo energy don't do nothing small. Leo energy don't do nothing small. It's a big ass lion with a huge ass mane and wants to be seen every time. Trust and believe, even the quiet ones. So that full moon in Leo is swelling with emotional courage, is swelling with high expectations of themselves and of other people. Check that. Swelling with demands, swelling with the need to vie for attention. Telling on myself again. Leo energy loves attention. It's ruled by the sun. I'm not going to say no more because I always beat that point up over and over again. It's ruled by the sun. If you're on YouTube, please hit that like button if you can on the way out of here or right now so we can get this algorithm mixing and matching. I'd really appreciate that, but only if the information hits you. Don't let me bully you. Segueing back into Leo energy. Don't let me bully you because that Leo energy, I have a moon in Leo, that full moon Leo energy can bring the bully out of us too. Forcing people to do the things that we think is right for it to do. That's not fair because everybody is not walking our story. Everybody don't see our perspective. So for us to demand and to expect and to turn into a brat, a straight literal brat. You don't want to do it because you don't love me, because you didn't do this, because I need more money, because why didn't you call me? Because hey, it's not about you, boo-boo. It ain't about you all the time. Check yourself, because as things change, remember what I'm saying. If you're a student, you're listening. As things are changing with Uranus's conviction, as things are switching up and being challenged, this moon in Leo wants us to react emotionally in a bratish kind of way. Are y'all hearing me? That's what's going down on Wednesday. That full moon, the third aspect, will square Uranus. We didn't even get to Wednesday and Uranus is being hit every day. Today, Mercury is hitting Uranus. Tomorrow, the sun is squaring Uranus. On Wednesday, the full moon wants to square Uranus. Are y'all hearing me or am I speaking for my health? I really need to know who's there. Who's Miss Irene? Is the village in the place? The village up in the spot. I know we talked about the full moon squaring at Uranus, talking to the village right now, but do you see the buildup, cousins? And by the way, if y'all don't know what the village is, it's a paid membership in which we are a family. Trust me when I tell you, it's a good incubated space in which we share our vulnerability, we share spirituality, and we share astrology. It's on my website. You can sign up whenever you like. But once you locked in, you family. We don't let you go too easily. I'm just joking. You can always go. But it's on my website, wordlifeastrology.com. So y'all see what's going down, y'all? That's all I want to say. Hold your hat. And if I'm not giving this a thorough enough explanation, be a student. Do your own work. Look up Uranus's aspects this week. Just look up the planet of Uranus. You understand what I mean? Come on now. So Wednesday, that full moon swelling, us releasing, kabooming, all of this information, Leo energy in an emotional way. Now that wants to square up against the changes. Now you want to react. Now you really want to become a brat because of the changes that are happening. Now, these changes can be in a lot of different areas of your life, depending on where it fits in your chart. Right? But the changes can come in your friendships, in your relationships, in your business situations, in your dreams and your aspirations, within your family, within yourself. Maybe there's some things that you have to change up about yourself and you really don't want to see. So that full moon in Leo catches a little attitude. You trying to tell me that I'm not nice? I mean, I'm trying to tell you that you can afford to be a little nicer. That was just an example. Some people get squirrel, some people get a little miffed. by folks coming up and telling, well, you know what? You're actually an asshole. Clutching all kind of pearls and turquoise. Like, wait, what? I'm an asshole? Yeah. Why did you talk to the lady that way? Why did you respond to me like that? And on that Wednesday, there could be some reactions that say, I'm not an asshole. You're an asshole. Instead of looking at yourself and going, wait, hold on. There's a reason why people say what they say. Sometimes, not all the time, people coming after you trying to get you and stab you and shank you in the shower. Sometimes people do have truths. They're like, yo, pipe down on that. Stop being a mean girl right now. Stop trying to take people down, walking into their houses and looking at the shit that don't work as opposed to what do work. You one of them people? If you are, you weird. Stop doing that. Being a bully to people. These changes that are coming up are saying again, could be propelling some changes in you, asking you to stop being her. And at the same time, or him, at the same time on Wednesday, that full moon is opposition Mercury. So that means possibly, maybe you need to speak a little bit differently when this change comes up. Yeah, when this change comes up, when you see the brat in you come up, when you see the expectations in you come up via this full moon that wants to swell, when you see this excess of courage that seems a little bullying and a little bit too big for the room, but then you got to say something because Mercury is about communication. Then you got to think away. Then you got to plan or strategize a thing. That may be a possibility that you got to do that in an opposite way. That full moon swells to show the brat, but the brain, the movement in the mouth, the communication got to say it in an opposite way, which is Aquarian, which is non-confrontational, which is about the win-win, which is about humanity. So how can you be caught up all in yourself, in your expectations and in your demands and in your will to always win? But you got to speak for the people. You got to find some kind of balance in that, everybody. Does that make sense? I hope this is making sense. I do speak fast. I'm from New York, and I do speak with conviction and passion. Like I said, I got a lot of Leo with me, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Not no more. That's for ding dong damn sure. So if you don't like my heat, you might not want to stay on here or be my friend. But I just want to tell y'all that in this emphatic way because it's a big deal. And it can come in a myriad of different examples. So please come back to YouTube, Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page throughout the week and do what some people do, which I love. People come back on Thursday and be like, girl, that thing on Tuesday, it hit me. Girl, that thing on Wednesday. Here's my example of it. I love that. Report to me if you can, if you feel like you have the need to, or if you remember for that matter. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there's shakeups happening, y'all. We have to learn how to speak a little bit differently, react controlled so we don't go out of pocket and run over people for no freaking reason. You dig what I'm saying? Ooh, wee. Again, ask questions if you don't know what I'm talking about. Moving on to Thursday, check this out. The moon goes into Virgo. Okay, it calms us down. After that full moon swell and that passionate propulsion, that energy of fire and of the lion and of courage and of the brat and expectation and all things kind of fall away because at some point you just gonna have to be all right with it. Whatever changes that are going down, you just gonna have to be okay with it. Does that make sense for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? At the end of the day, Uranus is gonna take over. And Uranus is like, yo, I've been building up for these changes, whatever they may be. The fact that you need to move, the fact that you make less money, more money, the fact that, and it could be good, bad, and indifferent. It don't matter. It's just switching up for the next couple of days, right? The brat is gonna, how you doing, Kiss the Goddess? The brat is gonna have to sit down for a second, especially as the moon goes into Virgo on Thursday, because that feeling of the moon in Virgo, it has everything that that Leo is not. Virgo energy is more service oriented. Virgo energy is a whole lot more detailed, a whole lot more particular, is actually looking out for the folks in a way in which it will die and bleed in order for the people to get it. Leo ain't doing that. Leo wants to be seen. I want you to see my blood. I want you to know I suffered. Whereas the moon goes into Virgo, it's like, no, 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 no. We actually all are kind of suffering. Let's pull it back. Let's look at this thing from a different perspective. You understand? Let's get some people together and help and work. The best worker of the zodiac is Virgo, y'all. Don't get it twisted. There's gonna be a few people that come in here and be like, because I'm a worker. I makes the money. I hustle. I do the things. Yeah, you do, but you'll never outwork Virgo energy. Not near never. So if that moon is in Virgo on Thursday, maybe the thought is, okay, let me get to work to change myself in regards to the changes that are being asked of me. Oh, you like that? Let me get my feelings together. Let me get my head out of my ass where it was when the moon was in Leo. Let me get my head out of my ass and be a little bit more practical about situations and how I should change them, how I should respond to them. Does this make sense, y'all? Please ask questions if it don't. Hi, Miss Catrice. Hi, Chimpy. How you doing? But here's another thing. Another thing. There's so much going on in the universe at any given time of day, y'all. Like, for real, I can't keep up with it. And I don't. Because it'll make me batty and manic out this mug. And I'm not doing it. But I do know this much. Watch out for that moon in Virgo on Thursday, squaring Jupiter. Uh-oh. Because even though this moon in Virgo wants us to go back into the practical way of feeling, of detaching ourselves from reactions and other people's reaction and get to serving one another, something about that moon doesn't see the gifts, the opportunities, the rewards, the skittles that are lying around. Remember, the rewards and the skittles did come from partly the days before, because you see the changes happening. And as changes happening, things are revealed. Does that make sense, y'all? Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, when this Uranus is being hit up and changes are happening, things are being revealed. Almost like the dust is settling, like in a snow globe. And when you shake it up and you see all the changes, but you see the beauty of the colors in which you've never seen before as the snow starts to fall. You get that? So on Thursday, when the snow is falling and the emotional reaction is to be a little bit more practical, a little bit more detached, Virgoian. You understand, to the details, being particular. It's saying, as I'm doing that, I can't even see the snow coming down. I don't know what's what. Where's the freaking gifts out this mug? They're there. They're there. Don't discount them. Please and very please. And if you need to ask somebody to remind you what those gifts are, do that. Because to be truthful with you, y'all, those are the things that are really keeping the boat afloat. Is the possibilities and the hope and the optimism of not only Jupiter, but from your own life and from the things that you already laid down, the groundwork you already set in stone. Yeah, things need to come up and give some rewards and show you the full girth of it. But in due time, be patient. But in the meantime, if you disregard it, with that moon in Virgo going up against Jupiter, not seeing the blessings, not seeing the beautiful colors as the snow is dissolving. If you disregard the blessings, you're not giving reverence for your walk, your climb. You're not giving reverence, and hope is not being evolved in where you're going. Does this make sense? Ooh, it feels good coming through my body and soul. I don't know how y'all feel, but it feels good and right to me. Oftentimes, spirit is talking to me too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This is a live situation, and before I get on here, I pray, and I'm like, use me. And spirit be like, okay, here's some shit you need to know too. And I'll be like, because we in this together and we all changing, y'all. We all growing. So remember the power and the gifts that you have on Thursday, and don't let the particulars get in the way. All right. Friday, the moon will stay in Virgo. But you know what will also happen on Friday? Mercury gets out of know-it-all Aquarius and goes into compassionate Pisces. Yep. Time to speak nicely to one another. Time to speak with conviction, with compassion. And when I say conviction, I mean conviction of the heart, right? Mercury in Pisces also allows people to speak from a very passive aggressive position. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, Squirrel, and this is a little bit of a irritation for me. Passive aggressiveness drives me crazy sometimes. And I know we all got it because we all got a little bit of hustler in us. We all had to survive somewhere, in college, on the street, at a job that we didn't like, in a marriage that just wasn't it. So we found passive aggressive ways to get through. I'm just saying, when Mercury goes into Pisces, it may exasperate your passive aggressive nature and the way that you communicate and say the things. And if I don't say it enough, please don't lean into that. Just lean into the heart of Pisces Mercury as opposed to the passive aggression. You know why? Because we need you to say what you mean and mean what you say nowadays for sure. We ain't got time. We ain't got time for you to slip around and dress it up and be nice. You know, squirrel, I know I go on a lot of squirrels and tangents, y'all, but I love Los Angeles for a lot of reasons. And one day I'll list them. But one of the things I don't like about Los Angeles, I do not like about some things and some people in LA is that it's a real passive aggressive kind of move and the way people talk to one another. And it could be the New York in me, because when somebody in New York says fuck you, they mean fuck you. And I mean, I appreciate that. I'm just saying. Tell it how it is, you know? LA is not like that. And again, I'm just giving this as an example. Oftentimes it's not like that. Not all the time and not everybody. I'm not generalizing at all. But I just want you to see the difference. Don't find a way going around a thing. Cut right to it. And you can say it with a smile. You can say it with love. You can say it with respect. But again, on the other side of that, that Mercury in Pisces says, put some heart in it. Put some faith in it. Put some hope in it, knowing that you're going to ask for whatever it is that you want. Remember, Mercury is about communication, about reading, about communication, reading, speaking, planning, strategizing. So when that goes into Pisces, it's like strategize from spirit, strategize from a knowing, strategize from a belief. That whatever we do is going, whatever I say want to happen, whatever I'm co-creating, it's going to happen. I believe in it. We don't have to slide in passive aggressive ways. We just have to believe. They'll handle the house. They'll handle it more than we know. Come on, y'all. Give them the respect. That's on Friday. That's happening for a little while. I forgot to put the date down here when it's over. Also on Friday, the moon, which is going to be in Virgo still, it's going to sextile Mars in Cancer. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Why? Because we're serving the feeling of taking care of each other for emotional security. Let me say that again. Serve the feeling of taking care of each other for emotional security. It's all right to go out of your way to make yourself and somebody else feel safe. Can I say that one or two more times? And the reason why I want to is because oftentimes we misconstrued feeling safe with babying people. You know, coming up in particular cultures, you know, you got to be strong. Don't cry. You know, don't show them your vulnerability. Don't show them your heart. Don't show them how emotional you are, because they're going to take you out. Not always. And we are actually leaning into an era in which our heart and our soul and our emotional safety is paramount. It's incredibly paramount that we feel safe wherever we are. And if you're around people that don't make you feel safe, tell them. With this Mercury in Pisces, tell them, I don't feel safe with you saying the things that you say about me, about my mother, about my family, about my race, about my culture, about my economic status. I don't feel safe being around you. That's what that moon in Virgo, oh, my eye is twitching. That moon in Virgo is saying to Mars, because Mars is the doer. Mars says, I am going to find a way to make you and myself feel safe in this situation because it's called for. There's a service behind it. The moon in Virgo. Come on now, y'all not listening to me. Now, check this out. On Friday as well, that moon in Virgo now wants to favorably hit, guess who? Uranus, not Uranus, but Uranus. Because the moon in Virgo goes, okay, now that I feel safe, hitting up Mars, now that we are doing the things to make my heart feel good again, I see why we needed to change. I see the logic in pushing through a thing. I see the need and I understand the particular details, moon and Virgo, of Uranus saying, yo, I don't care what you said earlier in the week, Leo moon, and all the other situations. I don't care what you said. We still changing because we got to change. Because it's not just about you and what you don't want. It's like the building needs to change. You get that? I'll give you an example real quick. Real quick. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, something happens, right? In the apartment building. Again, I was just told to give this example. I don't know. The incinerators go out. So now everybody got to bring their garbage down to the main dumpster, for a couple of days. But then on Friday, we realized, oh, we needed to bring our garbage down there because had we revolted, put the garbage up by the chute where it was, rats and all kind of bugs and all kind of situations. You see where I'm going? There's a logical reason behind the switch up, behind the change that could have gotten your emotions and your ego all caught up in a bunch the days before. This is how astrology works. There's setups. There's waves of energy that feeds the next wave for you to either grow from, learn from, evolve from, get rid of things to get more. It's not just about something cute. And we're going to talk about, oh, your friends and this and that and your loved one. Oh, you're going to find a cutie and all that. I try to make it fun, but it's bigger than that. Because they're telling us how to move in this world, how to evolve due to the changes that's happening all around us. And not just all around us on the planet, in the freaking galaxy. In galaxies upon galaxies, we are all together. We're all changing together. We're all spiraling up. So if you're not changing because your ego don't want to change, you're getting left behind, boo-boo. Do you hear that and how we make sense of that? And on Friday, for some of us, it's going to click. Oh, moon is trining Uranus. Now I see it. I see the reason. Are y'all hearing me? Yes, y'all. Is this making sense? I may be going over a few of y'all's heads, and it's okay because we can always ask questions. Please leave a question. Please leave a question. On Saturday, the moon quickly goes into Libra, right? A whole nother vibration. We went from fire to earth, now to air. And again, we highlight the moon because the moon is feelings. The moon is our reaction to things. And we need to get a hold of our reactions, especially during these times, so we're not doing anything too rash. You understand? Too rash, too hash, too whatever. We're not doing it too quickly. So on Saturday, when the moon goes into Libra, it's about the emotional propensity for our partnerships, the emotional propensity for business and personal partnerships, the emotional propensity for everybody winning, the emotional propensity to be fair, the emotional propensity for you, yourself, possibly taking an L, a loss in a situation so everybody can get a little piece of the pie. That might be a situation on Saturday. And it may throw you off a little bit. Why? Because it's quincunxing Mercury. The moon in Libra is quincunxing Mercury. Quincunx is an irritation. So if we're thinking to be, or I should say we're feeling to be more in alignment with our partnerships, more in alignment with being just, more in alignment with feeling like, we need to be fair about a situation, more in the line of being a mediator and making everything smooth. But what's irritating you? Maybe your own thoughts. Maybe somebody else is thinking. Maybe somebody else is talking. Maybe somebody else's logic and understanding of a thing. It's going against your understanding of being fair on Saturday. Just pay attention to that. It's not a big deal, but it's enough of a deal that it can throw your whole mood that day, and it don't need to. It don't need to happen, and I'm going to tell you why. Because not everybody thinks fairly. Not everybody cares about you, baby. Not everybody cares. We want them to. And they say they do, but they don't care in a way that can benefit us, that makes us feel safe, that makes us feel secure. But here's the thing, is that on you or is that on me? Meaning people can do only what they can do. And when you start to feel like somebody is not being fair to me, be fair to your damn self. Eradicate yourself from the situation. Eradicate yourself from the situation and think better of yourself by getting new friends or being in a new situation. You understand what I'm saying? We can't expect people to be fair for us. So sometimes we have to take a loss. Sometimes we got to pull back. Thank you, Monica 7. I appreciate that. Hey, Afro Funk. Y'all get that? That's a big deal. And if you don't get that, rewind it because I just lost it. That's how spirit comes through. I don't even know what I just said. Y'all want to see me perform? There's a little commercial. February 26th at the Del Monte Speakeasy, 8 p.m. I'm going to blast y'all for the next 2 weeks. So don't get tired of looking at my flyer because I want everybody there. It's only $12 in 2 hours. Just come and hang out with your sister. All right? Wednesday, February 26th at 8 p.m. Del Monte Speakeasy in Venice. All right? Also on Saturday, though, this is what makes that little fogginess of the brain and the irritations of being fair and people not saying it right. Again, the moon quincunx in Mercury on Saturday. The moon is also going to trine Pluto. Now, that can assist or that can hurt, depending on who you are. Meaning that Pluto is about transformation and power. You can feel emboldened in some kind of way to stay in your fogginess and be the one to just stand on it because you want to stand on it. Or you can see that in this fogginess, I'm not trying to make myself a victim here because everybody else don't see this fair. So let me just be powerful in who I am. Let me be the example. You get that? The moon trine in Pluto that day, Saturday. Let me just be the example to the people that need to see, to myself, that need to see how I can transform the way I feel, the way I think, the way I conduct myself, and by standing in my own power. Ooh, Spirit want me to go somewhere, but I can't do it. It's too many of y'all on here. Ask questions if you need to, though. It's some good information. On Sunday, the moon stays in Libra, okay? And this is where it gets a little gnarly. The moon is in Libra, but it's going to square up Mars. Mars is in Cancer, going retrograde. So I'm going to say it like this. There may be a possibility that you don't feel support or supported, or you don't feel supportive. You don't want to give anybody support in some kind of way. Why? Because again, the moon is about partnership, about coming together on things to make things better for everybody involved, you dig? And if that moon is in Libra, it's squaring up against Mars, the doer, in Cancer. So that moon in Libra says, I don't feel fair. I'm not doing nothing. I don't feel fair. And Mars in Cancer says, well, I'm not giving no feeling, no hugs, no emotions. If you don't want to be on one accord with me, if you don't want to be the partner in which I think that we can be and or we can come together on, then fuck it, we won't do nothing. Watch out for that. Just watch out for that, okay? Because it's that situation where it can cause a lot of upset, a lot of confrontation. Mars likes to fight. Mars is Aries' planet, just likes to fight for no freaking reason whatsoever. Just fight, right? You don't have to. We don't have to fight. We got to pick our battles oftentimes, you dig? Hi, Rob. What's going down? Y'all get this? So watch out Sunday. There can be some emotional upsets, throw-ups, just because you don't feel like somebody is treating you right. Treat your damn self right. These expectations will drive you batty Trust me when I tell you. Oh, I didn't bring my cards out. I thought I brought them out. All right, y'all, hold on real quick. This is a live situation. We got to pull a card for the week. Y'all ready? Be right back. Excuse me, mister. All right, all right. Anybody have any questions, any concerns? And if you have a question, please, again, ask it for the group so we can all benefit from it. Royal said, what's up, Mystic? Everybody good? I hope this information hit you in a way that is necessary for you today. Like I really, 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 really do. It's going to be an interesting week. I just want y'all to hold on. Also, I just heard, here's a cute little download. Celebrate the difference in you. Celebrate the innovations that are coming through you. The things that you are beginning, initiating. Celebrate how, not necessarily just how weird it is, but how out of the blue it is. How all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I'm gonna leave LA. I'm just gonna go. And if you feel that, you don't need anybody's emotional approval. If you feel convicted to change, to switch, to be a rebel in your own space, do that. You don't need anybody's conviction or approval. Lord have mercy. Thank you for that. Because you know how many times we want people to just be proud of us. We just want to be recognized. This ain't the week for that. Everybody's going to be going left, right, center. It is not the week for looking back and looking for anybody to give you affection for the things that you should and should not do. This is the week that we have to take off, shake the boat, and be the person that we came on the planet to be more than ever. And I know I always say that, but every now and again, there's these propulsion, there's these moments in which we have to push through it. And if we don't, we will forever be following. We will forever be down with what it is that they are giving us. You will forever stay in your own conditionings. There's so many people that says, oh, I'm conditioned to do this. My family told me to do this. My mother and father taught me. My aunts taught me. But what are the things that you are doing to get yourself up out of that? What are the practices that you are doing to stop the conditioning and to be the unique individual that you are? I'm closing my eyes and I'm staying in light with what Spirit is telling me because I want y'all to hear this clearly. We know what we need to do, but why aren't you doing it? We know how to shake shit off. We know to take a bath every day. We know to do these spiritual rituals that will help us. We know not to answer our mother's calls. And I'm not speaking this for my mother. I hope she's not on here and she'll take this seriously because I'm not talking about her personally. But what I mean is sometimes we can't talk to our mothers. Sometimes we can't talk to our fathers. Sometimes we can't talk to the people that we love because they just don't see it in the way that we see it. And oftentimes if we express to them our innovations, our weirdness, the new things that we want to do, that we want to leave this particular city at the drop of a dime. Sometimes their fears, their concerns seep in. And it is very well conditioning. Trust and believe, but it looks like fear. You understand? And it looks like their stuff in which we don't have to hold on to. I'm a passionate person, y'all. Thank you for allowing me to be who I am because it comes through so clear. So clear. Come back. Come back on YouTube, y'all. For those that are on Instagram at Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page, come back this week and let me know, honestly, I want to know how this week worked out for you, if any of this lands, because this is very, very specific for a lot of people that I'm hearing, but y'all not going to know how it's going to show up because that's how Uranus works. You can be listening to me all day right now and I won't be able to convince you. And you walk out tomorrow and be like, oh shit, that's that Uranus shit. I didn't see that coming. Switch. All right. Great Mother, Father, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, 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 thank you. Oh, sweat. Two cards came out. Should we read one or two? Y'all tell me. The number I get the most is the one I'm going to read. Put up a number one for read one card. Put up a number two to read two cards. Two came out. What y'all think I should do? Go with one or two? Malika said, I'm focusing on remaining open and not putting my emotions to it. My weekend has already been shaken up with an unexpected death and intense disagreement with one of my closest friends. Yeah, God bless you, baby. That's how the shit be going down, like I'm saying. And we got to hold on to those reactions because, again, it's all for good reason in some way, Malika. In some way, it's all for good reason, baby. That's for sure. I don't see not near one. Y'all want me to read two? I don't see one. All right, then we gonna go with two then. They say one is the most important, but two will give you extra power. Really, Ty? That's my niece. All right, honey. Then I'm gonna see what you talking about. Everybody said two over here on YouTube. Rabbi Rod, it hit for me last Thursday and definitely thought about it last week live when it did. The live reminded me how to navigate. And the revelation I had was just what you said. Thank you, Rabbi Rob. I love you, sweetie pie face. All right. Both of them. Here we go. Ain't that a blip? I'm going to read the one. Ty is right. This is the one we need. Letting go of the past. I thought change was going to jump up, but this is just as good. We've had this before, but it's another reminder. Here's the first one. Let go of the past. Clinging to the past is what it says. Clinging to the past. All right, y'all ready for it? Are you working me too much? No, Royal, not at all. Not at all. I actually looked at the time and said it's 111. Look at that. That number's been following me, y'all. Every time I look up, I see 111 on music, on the timestamps of music, on the clock. Ooh, I love it. So right now we've been on here for 1 hour and 11 minutes. And I was just going to say, these lives have been running like at least an hour and a half. So it's early for me, honey. Look, and there's 11 people in Instagram. I love when angels talk to me like this. So no, you're not working me at all, Royal. Not at all. I'm happy to be here. And thank you for asking. That's a beautiful question of care. All right, don't fall, book, okay? Clinging to the past. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Make sure y'all can see it. Okay. The figure pictured in this card is so preoccupied with clutching her box of memories that she has turned her back on the sparkling champagne glass of blessings available here and now. You know what? I'm going to read that again because that had everything to do with what I said in the middle of the week. Don't negate the blessings, y'all, even though the changes are happening and some things we need to let go and move through. And you get what I'm saying? Come on, somebody understands me with the 100s on we on YouTube. I'm gonna read that again. The figure pictured in this card is so preoccupied with clutching her box of memories that she has turned her back on the sparkling champagne glass of blessings available here and now. Come on, spirit. Her nostalgia for the past really makes her a blockhead and a beggar besides, as we can see from her patched and ragged clothes. She needn't be a beggar, of course, but she's not available to taste the pleasures that offer themselves in the present. It's time to face up to the fact that the past is gone, y'all. Adios. And any effort to repeat it is a sure way to stay stuck in old blueprints that you would have already outgrown if you hadn't been so busy clinging to what you already been through. So take a deep breath, everybody. I think one or two of you didn't. Let's do it one more time. Take a deep breath. Put the box down, cuz. Tie it up in a pretty ribbon if you must, and bid it a fond and reverent farewell. Life is passing you by, and you're in danger of becoming an old fossil before your time. Is that you, boo-boos? Y'all let me know. Who's this talking about? If you want to out yourself real quick. And how about outing yourself is the quickest way to get through it? Vulnerability is necessary. Al, want to know the next card? And Ty was right, because this card, leaving the past behind, changing it up, saying adios, see you later, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for everything you've done. It was necessary that we cross paths, but you have to go now, because you are not welcomed in this new space. We talking to the past, y'all. But Ty was right. That's the bigger story to this other story that's telling us after we let that thing go, slow down, and recognize that you are already at home. That's the message. Bye, Miss Pat. That's the message of this card. Slow down and recognize that you are already at home. Everything that you need. You don't have to hold on to the past. You don't have to imagine your future and be excited about something that may or may not be there. Slow down and recognize you are already home. You already there. You got everything you need. What you bitching about? That's a question. What you bitching about? What you sad about? What you holding on to? Why you worried? Y'all like to worry? I asked a friend of mine that recently because I really honestly and emphatically wanted to know, do you like to worry? Because sometimes liking to worry and holding on to worry is the quickest thing to worry. That's conditioning too. Because we don't care if we don't worry, right? That's some bullshit. So this card says, after we get rid of the past, slow down. Hey, baby, your hips are getting thin. The Wooly's got a pair of my sneakers. Only the hip hop heads know that song. Wait, what am I looking for? Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Slow down. Here we go. Make sure y'all can see it. The Night of Rainbows is a reminder that just like this tortoise, we carry our home with us wherever we go. There's no need to hurry, y'all. No need to seek shelter elsewhere. Even as we move into the depths of the emotional waters, we can remain self-contained and free from attachments. It is a time when you are ready to let go of any expectations that you've had about yourself or other people, and take responsibility for any illusions you might have been carrying. There's no need to do anything but rest in the fullness of who you are right now. If desires and hopes and dreams are fading away, so much the better. Their disappearance is making space for a new quality of stillness and acceptance of what is. And you are able to welcome this development in a way that you've never been able to before. So savor this quality of slowing down, of coming to rest, and recognizing that you are already at home. Ashe, 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 ashe. Our home with Akwe, I say. Thank you, and amen. Whew, nice little sweat happening. 2 cards for 2. You got the message, Miss Pat? I'm so grateful you did. And I hope it hit and it landed in places and spaces that'll help you evolve through this time. It's necessary that these messages come through and helped us just a little bit, just a touch, just a little something to move us on our way. We can only do that in community, though, because sometimes we get caught up in our own head. We get caught up in our own thoughts. We get caught up in our own knowing and unknowing, our own decisions and indecisions. We get caught, y'all. Don't let this Aquarius season rack your brain in that way, that you got to figure it all out before it gets here, right? Leave the past behind. Shake it all off. And know that you got what you need right here and now. Slow down so you can smell your own breath. Slow down so you can smell your own breath. Dip into that poetry for a minute. That's for real. And I'm glad you're here. Thank you. I hope to see you on the 26th. I hope to see you on our live on Wednesday. We got things to talk about in regards to the retreats that we're putting up this year. Not Wordlife Astrology, but under the Holistree. Come on Wednesday and talk to us at 3:00 here on IG. All right. Much love to all of y'all. It's so good to see you in the place. Please share this information with those that you know that will resonate with it, okay? And jump up on that special that we have for the month of February, because it'll be March before you know it. All right? Much love to you. Take care. Adios. Bye, y'all.